Folks, welcome back to Week episode 50 something, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for clicking on. If you're new here, welcome. My name is William, and together with my fiancée Laura and my brother Andrew, we run The Attachment Company. Now, if you're new here, I've been introducing these videos for the last however long as myself and my fiancée Laura. Well, this is the last time I'll be able to call her my fiancée because it is the week that we get married. On that note, before we go any further with this week's video, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. We just film everything our week as it happens. So this week's video might be 45 minutes long, it might be 5 minutes long, I really have no idea. As you can imagine, it's a big week personally. It may also be a big week work-wise, we'll just have to see what comes up. Now, it is Tuesday morning, we're here in the warehouse. Didn't manage to film much yesterday, but we did get a couple of orders out yesterday morning. First one being an Auger Torque X2500 auger package. It's the most run-of-the-mill attachment that we do here. We have packed up hundreds of them now on the channel, but it's an X2500 drive unit, a 225mm S4 tungsten auger with a double pin cradle hitch for the customer's Kubota U27. We also dispatched another flail order, a Kanjini TC1-100 this time, for a customer's Bobcat E26. That's gone over to a good customer of ours and a friend in Ayrshire. They are a Bobcat dealer and they are selling it on to their customer to put on the little 2.5 ton Bobcat. That's the same flail as we supplied and fitted a couple of weeks ago on a customer's 3 ton Kubota. On that note, here is some footage of one at work. Intro done, let's get on with the rest of the day. As I said, no idea how this week's video is going to turn out, but I'll try and film as much as possible for you. First things first today, with a couple of things to get over to the welders, and then hopefully a couple of things to pick up when we're there. Then we can get on with the rest of the day. Alright, Wednesday morning, customer picked up the flail last night. There is zero chance he'll watch this, but thanks again anyway, Jerry, for the business. It's much appreciated. Hopefully we get some pictures and videos of that on the machine. If we do, I'll put them in here to show you. Spent some time this morning hosing up the grab we were assembling last night. Shells are on, hoses are on. We need to run over to Hydroquip, get a couple of blanking plugs for the sandwich plate on the top of the grab. Then we can get the bracket back on it, get that ready to go. We're going to take that out to the customer this morning. It's the same customer we supplied a flail to a few weeks ago. It's having a little issue with that, so we're going to deliver the grab, test the flail, hopefully fix it there. If we can't fix it there, we'll stick it in the trailer and bring it back. So that's a plan for the day. Let's get on with it. Let me give you the quick update. Sit rep, we are back from Hydroquip. Grab is pretty much assembled. Opened up the shells, bolted up the cutting edges, as you can see. Hoses are fitted, couplers are fitted. It's pretty much ready to go. There is one slight issue that I've noticed. I thought it would be okay, but when I went to assemble it, it is not. Hopefully I can explain this to you, but we had to get it Hydroquip this morning. I never recorded it when I came back because I was kind of in a hurry to try and get out of here. There's 2 hydraulic bolts that sit down in there on the top of this spacer. I've put 2 blanks in it. I thought it would clear. There's not enough relief space machined in it to let this plate come and sit on top of this spacer. Not the end of the world and not the most difficult fix, but it does need fix nonetheless. It means I can't bolt. If I was to bolt this down just now on this ring of bolts here, it would be resting solely on the hydraulic plugs, which is never a great idea. So it's going to hold us up a couple of hours, there's no way around that. but we're going to take, luckily the machine shop that we use is pretty much en route to the customer's site. I'm going to deliver this, so I'm going to go and put this in the trailer, swing by there. Hopefully we can fix it while I wait. If not, if we can't, I don't know what we're doing, but hopefully we can pull this off, fix it while we wait, bolt it back up when we're there, and then go over to the customer's site. Fingers crossed. Alright, it's nearly 9 PM, we're back at the yard. Let me give you the rundown on what we were up to. So, dropped onto the engineers on the way to deliver to the customer. Got lost in mid-sentence there. Dropped into there, come on, when you come. As you can see, I'll put some footage over the top here while I'm speaking to you. Thanks to Grant for getting that done while I waited. Drilled out some relief holes in the bottom plate of the hitch bracket, so that fixed that problem, like I showed you before we left. That problem sorted. Over to the customer site, dropped off the grab, checked the flail over quickly, couldn't see anything obviously wrong with it, so loaded it back up, brought it back here. Well, I say brought it back here, stopped in at the house for a couple of hours, helped Laura with some stationery stuff for the wedding, brought it back here. I've taken it off the trailer, it's on the forklift. I've hooked it up to the hydraulic power pack that we used earlier to open the shells in the grab. So I've left the flail exactly as it was. I haven't touched the hoses or the plumbing in it. I've taken the belt cover off just for a look to make sure they were all good. And I've taken the side cover off just to see, we won't have any leaks. If we had a leak we would have seen it by now, but just to make sure there's nothing untoward happening in there. Now when we got to the customer's site, I didn't feel comfortable trying to film when I was there. I was hoping to just get it working, but what I'd done is when I used his roller, it kind of made not even a quarter turn, maybe like a eighth of a turn, and then after that it just wouldn't do nothing, it wouldn't spin the drum. So hopefully by bringing it back here, running it on the test pack, if it runs, the test pack will run, but if the test pack runs, spins the flail up without an issue, then that pretty much means we've got an excavator issue we need to look at, or the customer needs to look at, but somebody needs to solve it. If it doesn't spin here, then obviously there's an issue with the flail, so let's give it a go. I've stalled the power pack out there, but let me start it again, run it for a bit, and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, well that's a positive test for our point of view. Not a terribly positive test for the customer when I tell them, but the flail spins up perfectly fine, which would indicate an issue with the machine. Now what you're seeing there, because I'm running this off a little breaker power pack, the way it senses load and then works its revs, you can hear it. It senses load, it builds revs, and because it's not really designed to run a flail like this, it dies back down again and it builds up and dies down. So that's why it's doing that. That's nothing to do with the flail. I held the throttle on there myself for a minute. Flail runs up perfectly fine. Now this power pack does not have near enough oil flow to spin the flail at full speed, nor does it need to for this test. So yeah, we've clearly got an excavator issue, somehow something that wasn't terribly obvious when I was out at it today. So from my point of view, I'm glad that appears to be fine. I'm going to set it back down, stick it on a pallet for this evening, get the guards back on, and then I'll work out if we're taking it back tomorrow or we're leaving it to next week. For context, this is a Cangini TC4-150, 1.5 metre wide hydraulic flail for a 14-ton excavator. I'll stick some footage in here and I'll link the last, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago episode, if you want to go back, see us getting that ready. We drilled out the hitch bracket and bolted it all up, put some hoses on it, got it ready to go. Other than that, that's pretty much us for Wednesday. Another busy day, another fairly late finish. Going to get back home, get something to eat, and go help Laura again with the wedding prep. And yeah, I'll catch you in the morning. Tell you one thing, business is sometimes a bit stressful, but does not match up to a couple of days before a wedding. But anyway, it's Friday morning, afternoon, bang on, Friday 12 noon, the 9th of August, the day before the wedding. I know I never filmed anything yesterday, I was a little bit manic. I'm just down the warehouse picking something up today. Let me quickly run you through what happened yesterday, because time is of the essence apparently this week. The pallet that was sitting down there, I told you the other day, had to get it out yesterday, didn't have a chance to show you it, was an auger torque auger package. Couple of deliveries in yesterday. That is a Knox tilt rotator, I'll show you that next week. That's a GB breaker, I'll show you that next week as well. And also this is something a bit different that we haven't seen before, Cymex wheel saw. I will also show you that next week. So yeah, 3 in yesterday, 1 out, plenty going on. Had some inquiries, had some phone calls and some emails to do. This morning I'm going back to do a little bit more, and then hopefully I can get clocked out for the week. I will take the camera, I hope I can grab something tomorrow to show you, and if not, I'll jump back on here Sunday, give you the roundup. But that's where we're up to. Friday, for the purposes of this week's video, is done. I might catch you tomorrow, or I might catch you when I'm married on Sunday. Alright, it is 9:10 Saturday morning on a date I can never forget for the rest of my life. 10th of August 2024. Done a little bit this morning, got tidied up, checked out my outfit, all good to go. So just walking up to mum and dad's, there's some family up there, going to go see them, get something to eat. And I think the plan is the boys are meeting here about 11, leaving, getting to the venue, getting ready for the ceremony at 1:30. So I'll take you with me, I'll try and capture some bits and pieces of the day, and hopefully we can make a bit of a story out of it. But yeah, I mean, the next time you see me I might be married, but let's go and see what I can show you for the day. Good start, forgot my mother's gift. Take 2, let's go. Right, we should probably give you a proper update, because it would have been Saturday last time you seen anything, and it's now Monday afternoon. we are officially married. As I kind of suspected on Saturday, I struggled to get any time to do anything in between speaking to people and doing everything that was arranged. So it is Monday afternoon, and we'll need to wait for a few weeks, then we can put some pictures in when we get them. And yeah, that was it, really. For anybody that watches this, there will be very few people that were actually there. Thank you very much for coming, and for your gifts and well wishes. It is much appreciated.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it?
Yep.
And
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed indeed. Yeah. So that's that for this week. And we're taking a couple of days away. We're at Trump Turnberry just now for an overnight, and then we'll maybe take another couple of days, be back to Wednesday. So there might be a video. I don't know how the video schedule will be now by the time you see this. There might be one next week, or there might be a double one the week after. Who knows? But yeah. So if you have made it to the end of this week's video, thank you very much. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It's a little bit all over the place, as you can imagine. But yeah, stay tuned to see what married life brings for business-related content. But yeah, thank you very much if you made it to the end, and we'll see you next week, maybe.
Yep. See you soon.
Bye.